and welcome to Steadfast Homestead. I'm Suzanne and I'm here to talk to you about all the things that go on our little homestead here in Missouri. And today I'm going to talk about one of my all-time favorite things in the world, and that is fall calving. If you can kind of see behind me here, we have one of our cows penned up, and we're going to talk about her and just some of the things that go on our farm during calving season. So let's jump right in. Between my husband and I and his parents, we have about 50 mama cows, and they are split between a spring herd and a fall herd, and it's not an even split. We by far have more fall cows than we do spring, and the fall calving season is my favorite. Fall calving in Missouri is mostly beautiful, although it's been hot this year, but it's just really a wonderful time and just great memories. The kids love it. I do like spring calving, but it's a little bit more tricky because of snowstorms and cold rains and things like that. But here we are in Missouri. It's fall calving. It's September. We usually start calving about September 10th-ish, and we usually have two groups. So we AI our cows, which is artificial insemination, and they're always the first group that's due. When you AI, not every animal will get bred. It's usually like a 75% accuracy rate. And so then we, after AIing, we release the females out with the bull. It's called a cleanup bull, and he will breed, hopefully whatever did not get bred through AI. And so those calves then are due 3 weeks later, because a cow cycles every 3 weeks. And then after that, we have another set due 3 weeks later after that. So all in all, it's about 60 days. We try to keep our calving window at about 60 days. And the way we do that is we just pull the bull out and we don't let him breed anymore. And then if we end up with cows that are open, which means they are not bred, we usually sell them. So all that being said and done, September 10th is usually about the time we start with our first group, and then we go from there. So I'm going to talk to you about our first group here and show you Rosie Girl back here. All right, everyone, this is Rosie, and she is a heifer. She was my daughter's first bucket calf. Since we raise our own cattle, we really are not in the market to ever be buying a bucket calf. But we raise red Angus primarily, and my in-laws do primarily black Angus. My daughter had always joked that she wanted a cow with a white face, and 2 years ago, someone had this calf for sale because its mom had died of a uterine prolapse after birth, and we knew the individual and the circumstances just worked out, so we went ahead and bought it for her, hoping that it would be her first bucket calf that she got to show, and then hopefully it would get bred and start her herd. So Rosie Girl has had a hard life. She was sick quite a few times after we bought her. When you buy bucket calves, you're usually taking a risk. It's very highly possible that they're going to have scours. You don't know exactly how the people who owned them before took care of them. And everyone has different protocols of how they take care of calves at birth. So she had a hard first couple months, was sick often. And then about the time she was 4 or 5 months old, she cut her eye really bad. And we actually think she's blind in one eye. So anyways, since she has not had a calf before, she is a heifer. And she is one that we watched really, really closely. We always watch the heifers closely because sometimes they just don't know how to be a mom when their calf is born. And also sometimes they have trouble having a calf. So we pinned her up a couple days ago and kept an eye on her because we knew like she had to be having a calf any day. We came out here earlier this week and she did have her calf. We think we probably got here about an hour after she had it, and she was not interested in it at all, and I'll show you some pictures of that. She just, after the calf was born, she laid down, she never licked it. It was wet, it was cold, it was filled with dirt, dust, twigs. Here it is. My daughter named it Stella, so it's a little girl. Hey Stella. So Stella had a pretty rough birth, just being left there in the cold. And Mama didn't take care of it. Oh, Stella's so beautiful. But here on our farm, we like to work with the mamas as much as we can. And so after my husband got home from work, we put her in the chute and got this little calf up to nurse on it. Now, in between then, we gave the calf colostrum, we gave it some electrolytes, and we actually put some calf claim powder on it to get Rosie to start licking her. And she did start licking it a little bit after the calf claim powder was put on her. And then, like I said, we gave it colostrum, so we knew that it was going to be good for the day, at least until my husband got home. And see, you can see her udder there. She's got a good udder. She's got plenty of milk. But anyways, we got her in the chute, and the little calf did nurse, and it has been nursing ever since then. And so I'm telling you guys, I know a lot of people who, if they have trouble with heifers from the very beginning of them not wanting to take the calf or the calf not nursing, they just pull it immediately and make it a bottle calf. We have 4 children, and I'll be honest, I don't really have time for another bottle calf because we already have one, which I'm going to go show you. So it is totally worth it to try. So when this calf was born, it had been laying there probably for about an hour, and when calves are born, they need stimulation, which they get from their mother licking them, and this calf didn't have that. So I started rubbing it down with a towel to stimulate it and help get it dried off, and very quickly it started picking its head up and flicking its ears a little bit, and I could tell pretty much from then that it was going to be okay, as long as we got colostrum in it and hoping to get it to nurse off its mother. After we gave the calf some colostrum and put some calf claim powder on it, the mama did start licking it, and after we got it in the chute, the calf successfully nursed as well, and everything seems to be going well with them now. So we currently have about 15 to 20 calves on the ground. The 2 that I showed you are the only 2 that we have had any problems with, and both of those situations are perfectly under control. Like I said, fall calving is definitely our favorite time around here. We are very involved with the cows, and we keep a close eye on them to try to mitigate any problems that we might have. And so far, everything is going great this year. We always expect maybe 1 or 2 small problems, and we've had that so far, and we hope for a good season from here on out.